Alright folks, we're out here. It's a gorgeous Thursday evening. I'm hoping I can go back to one of my favorite docks and catch some crappie. About a week ago I was out there not filming and I was catching absolute slabs. Went out there yesterday to film and it was just no bite. So I'm going to try it again today. Hopefully we'll catch some good fish. I'll take you along for the trip and I will see you at the fishing hole. Getting hits there, but nothing's hanging on. There we go. That's pretty quick. I can live with that being the first fish. It is a keeper. Not a giant, but a keeper. Got it really a great evening to be out here. Perfect weather. For the moment the sun is gone. That one gets to go back. But it's a good sign that the bite's here. Okay, another one that's going back. That's happening pretty quick. A bonanza of crappie, maybe. Seems like they're catching that on the fall. And there we were. There we go. He picked it right back up. And that one got me stuck by the hook. Too much, or finesse along the bottom there. Kind of wanting this thing on the drop. Just get it to the bottom and start to bring it back up. And they're on there. There's a little one. Back he goes. One, I didn't want to let it drop. There we go. There's a decent crappie. It'll go home with me. Almost directly down there. And there's fish. Not a bad crappie. Not wonderful, but not bad. Something hit it, and I got it. Smaller guy. He's going to go back in the soup. My setup's the same, folks. I'm using the ugly stick rod. I think it's a medium. And high visibility 6-pound test line monofilament. And my ever faithful Berkeley Gulp minnows. The reel is a Fluger. Not an expensive setup at all. Too small, healthy fish, he'll go back and grow up. I really like to land a massive one so I could get excited to make the video more exciting. I tend to relax too much when I fish, so I know I'm kind of boring. Oops, I wanted it. I have to drop that back down and see if it's still there. There it is. That feels better. There's a nice crappie. Get him in the boat. That one I can get excited about. He's a fat feller. Yeah, I'll body shame fish, but look at that. That's the kind of crappie we really want to see. And this really bodes well for fall fishing when I'm catching stuff like this in the summer. That's a good fish. I'd take about 20 of those. So when you're fishing this summer, if you feel any kind of a hit around the bottom, just draw your line back up a little bit and let it back down slowly. They'll hopefully catch it on the fall. And there's a fish. There went my bait. This one's small. It will go back. Of course, most fish are going to look small now that I caught the last one. There we go. I knew something had been hitting it. I was really not all that interested. I think I'll throw this one back. I open the bucket. But the more I look at it, the more I think it's a... I could get fillets off of it, but I'd rather it grow up. There we go. That one's long enough to go home. If he was any thinner, I'd send him back, but he's got fillets on him. Kind of a small crappie. It'll go back for a different time. And I'm going to change batteries and head to a different dock. See you in a moment. Sometimes I find crappie here, sometimes I don't, but it gives me a few minutes away from the other dock to let them reload a little bit. In the meantime, I might find a couple of good crappie here. It's too hard to really drop down like I'd like to. So I have to rely on pulling the line in and letting it drop and hoping they might chase a little bit. There's a fish. too small to do anything other than throw it back. That's okay. There we go. See you, bud. Drop back down. Now I couldn't tell. I may have had a bump. Or could have been my line just hitting the dock. I'm going to drop back down and see. That's a bite. I think one has it. There we go, Crappie. There. This one goes back. What do we got? A decent crappie. We'll take that. It kind of swallowed the hook a little bit. The hook removers out and thought I lost this one for a second. Go. There we go. Feels like a good one. Not bad. There's what was hitting, just a small crappie. This one definitely gets to go back and grow up. Got no use for that one. There's a good crappie. Yeah, he fought. He looked bigger with the fight, but it's not bad, but he's going back. That one's better than the last one. This one will keep. For the day, we actually didn't do bad. It wasn't like fish after fish after fish, but we did pretty decent. Got a decent take-home haul of fish, and I'll show you in the bucket here in a second. So anyway, with the sun not being out, but the skies were still clear, temperature dropped to probably about mid-70s, and they were hugging the docks real close up, and with little work and figuring out what they wanted, we were able to nab some. So I hope you enjoyed the fishing trip. I'll do more videos coming, so thank you, and like I said, I will give you a look at what we caught. There's what we caught today. They're all still alive, although getting kind of lazy in the bucket, but those are going to make some pretty good fish fillets. So anyway, like I said before, thank you for fishing with me. Tight lines and fair fishing.